What up, guys? It's your boy Kuchikage here, and today I have a video that a lot of people are not gonna like, but it's okay. By the end of this video, I hope you guys get what I'm talking about, and I'm not just trying to hate, I'm just simply giving my opinion on the show. But if you pressed on this video, you most likely a Jujutsu fan. So with that being said, you probably going down here to hate and tell me why I'm wrong and why the show's the best show ever, or you're probably here to hear my opinion and hear where I'm coming from. Despite why you're here, I promise this will be a good video, so stay until the very end. So why is Jujutsu Kaisan so overrated to me? So in particular, I'm talking about season 1. So I just freshly started watching Jujutsu. I tried watching it back when it came out, but for some reason I just couldn't get into it. Like, I'd stop after like the 5th episode, or I think when Gojo fought that first cursed demon, I just was out of it after that. But I just recently gave it another try, and I wanted to see if it could redeem itself, or maybe I was just hating on it at the time, and I couldn't really consume it at the time. We all had an anime that's like that. Like, we couldn't watch it right now, but we got back to it months later or years later, and it was actually the best thing, like One Piece. But I just got finished watching it, and everything I didn't want to be true was basically true. And I'm going to let you guys know my thoughts on this in different categories. In category 1, we're going to do characters. In 2, we're going to be doing stories. And in 3 will be my overall conclusion and basically a rant on why I don't like this show and it's overrated. So let's get into this. The main character, Itadori, to me is fine. He isn't too complex, and he doesn't really have a goal for us to follow at the start. But he's overall a fine character. He has this laid-back persona that we've seen countless of times with characters like Luffy, Naruto, Goku. Like, the list goes on, to be honest. And this is kind of my overall problem with most of these characters. Like, they're really just kind of cliche. And I don't even use the word cliche. I had to search up what do I mean when I look at Yuji and the rest of the cast. His whole character, we've seen this character type too many times. And I feel like he isn't even really smooth with it. Like, he doesn't have much nuance to his character. Like, for example, for those who watch One Piece and Dragon Ball, Luffy and Goku are dumb characters. But they have some type of quirky, like, feeling about them, and the way it even happens feels organic. Like, this is just their character, right? Like how Luffy can't lie to people, or how, like, you feel what I'm saying? It has some type of nuance. But with Yuji, he's average. He's just average to me. And like I said before, we've seen this character type way too many times. And with that being said, we're gonna move on to the next character, Megami. This guy's a legit copy of Sasuke. And if you don't think so, bro, you didn't watch enough anime. Like, you're fucking... At this point, we all know what the Vegeta template is. With characters like Sasuke, Hiei, it's so much of these motherfucking characters. Like, you can't count, bro. Like, Toriyama really did something great here. And we can obviously see it still being done till this day. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with taking inspiration from other shows that you like, but this isn't even trying at this point. Like, he's not even remixing it. It's just like literally the same thing. It's carbon copy to me, to be honest, bro. The main problem with these characters, and I don't know why so much like manga could do it, it's like they just have no personality. Like, other than just getting mad at the main character or trying to look cool or farming, it's no reason to have them, really, bro. Unless you're waiting for the cool backstory. Because in season 1, nothing's really going for him. So, to me, he's pretty mid. At least in season 1. I want to know why Sukuna wants him. Maybe he's, like, you know, a part of a fucking lineage. And if he's a part of a lineage, you know what the fuck I'm going to say. Like, nigga biting hard with shit. But yeah, I have the same problem that I have with Itadori with him. He doesn't bring much to the story. He's super unoriginal, kind of cliche. And yeah, that's pretty much about him. Next, we got Nobara, the girl. It's not much to say here. I'm going to keep this shit short. She's a girl. She's trash. If the males are mid, imagine her, bro. She does not bring shit to the story, bro. So I'm going to keep her part very short. She's trash. Next, we have Satoru Gojo. Oh my God, like this nigga's not even trying, bro. Like, y'all not gonna tell me he's trying, bro. This is a carbon copy of fucking Kakashi, bro. Like, come on. I know this is probably like over talked about, bro, but this is a copy of Kakashi, bro. Like, I'm actually baffled. Like, this nigga copying a copy ninja, bro. That's unheard of. That's tough. I had to hit the soul just now, but like, if I'm gonna be fair, he's much better than all three characters I just stated just now. He's actually decent. Other than him being a copy of Kakashi, I think he's the best character so far. And I don't think it's just because he's overpowered. Like, his personality alone will make a scene from unboring and you're just watching niggas talk to, oh, Gojo's talking and it's actually like funny. I think he has the best comedy after a nigga I'm gonna get to later. But yeah, I think Gojo is pretty good. Next, we have the side characters. Y'all might think this is crazy, but I like the side characters way more than the main cast. And I mostly think it's because they're more unique than the main cast. For example, the kid with the mask over his face, he has a pretty, like, unique system. Like, he can't talk because his words have too much power, so the panda has to translate for him. We never really seen that in any other anime. And speaking of Mr. Panda, I like how he's a cursed spirit, and I kind of liked his power system as well, with the little animal development on how he had different forms for different type of things. That was pretty cool as well. But then that leads us to Maki. I think Maki is probably the best individual character in the show. And I mean that for right now, because I know the stories are obviously going to get better and it's going to develop. But for season 1, she probably had the most fleshed out story. I liked her little competition with her and her sister Mai. I feel like that carried the rest of the show until it ended, because that arc was really held up between them two. Because if you think about it, everybody was really fighting to help them get one up on each other. So it was really centric around them two. So I really like her character. She's a upgraded 10/10. I like her. But next we have Toto. At first, I didn't really like Toto. I thought he was going to be the average strength power type character. And like I said, I'm tired of cliche shit. So I was hoping he had a difference to him. And Toto is actually a prime example of a good remixed character. Like, he has a lot of different elements of other characters and different personalities in him. For example, he's a strength type, power type character that wants to fight a lot. And on the other hand, he's kind of perverse. He's not fully perverse like Master Roshi or Sanji, but he's leaning to that side. So I think he's pretty different from every other character. And he's funny. I'm not gonna lie, he's pretty funny. Like, him asking the guys, yo, what's your favorite girl? Or what's your type? Was fucking hilarious every time. And if you got it wrong, he would stomp in your face. But yeah, he was a pretty good character. So next we have the story. So the story main plot is that the main character, Itadori, ate a cursed object that held a demon named Sukuna in it. And now he is this demon's vessel.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
So we've seen this idea explored many times in the past, with most notable characters being Naruto, with a demon called Kurama in him. We also have Ichigo from Bleach, with him being half Shinigami and it taking control of him throughout the show. We also have Asta, Kaiju number 8, Inuyasha, and you could even argue Eren, since he's a Titan, half Titan. Like, we've seen this a lot. So with that being said, I don't think the story is too unique in that regard. We've seen it plenty of times. But one thing I will give it is that it's going to bring a type of Dragon Ball feeling with the fingers, because he's going to have to acquire all fingers. So that means he's going to have to see different opponents, go different places. So it sets up a little, like, a treasure hunt for them. But now that leads us into the next part of the story that I do not like, and that is pacing. I'm not saying the pacing is slow. I think it's too fast. For example, the situation with Junpei. Junpei was introduced in episode 8, and by episode 12, he was already dead. I say that to say this. I didn't like his character development at all. I feel like his whole switch from hero to villain was just too forced. Like, we just seen him and Itadori having a good time with each other. He met his mom, they had dinner, and in the same night, his mom dies. And then the next day he turns into a villain. And I'm not even mad that he turned into a villain after this. It's just the fact that he believed that bullies killed his mom. If you ask me, I think he just didn't want to fight Mahito. Because it's no way you believe that. Like, he didn't think one time to himself, like, wait, maybe the demon I've been hanging with for these past months killed my mom. It didn't cross his mind at all. And I didn't really feel anything for his death. Like, his death was just mid to me. Like, I feel like he was just a plot device for Itadori and Mahito to power up. And I would have liked it if the author went the route of thinking that Itadori killed his mom because he's just spent the night. But this guy believed that a bully from his school killed his mom, bro. Other than that, the whole highlight of this arc was the fighting, and I'm pretty sure that everybody know fighting is not that good without a good story behind it, and I think this story was pretty mid. I liked watching that scene of Mahito getting his ass whooped though. It's always fun to see a meme in real time. But yeah, other than that, that's my problem with that arc. I didn't feel anything for Yuji being mad and getting that little transformation because, like I said, it was too quick. We didn't get any time to really like Junpei. So yeah, that's how I feel on that part. Now this leads us into the Kyoto Sister event. I like how the other school contrasted the main characters, and I don't know about you guys, but I already knew where the story was going. We've already seen this template a lot of times with shows like Naruto and the Forest of Death, or Hunter x Hunter's Exam, and even Black Clover. You got My Hero too, so we've seen this idea in the past already, but I'm not going to stay on that topic too long. One thing I could say that they did do different from other shows was give the other cast a goal to kill Yuji. I think that was pretty good. But one thing I already knew that was coming was an invasion. Again, if you're a seasoned vet in watching anime, you know that this was going to go bad. But like I said earlier, this whole arc was really held up between Maki and Mai. I like their dynamic, and most importantly, the backstory. I really liked Maki's backstory. I think she has the best backstory in the show, and that's not very hard because there's not much backstories to even cover, but I really liked Maki's backstory, and I liked the end of their fight. The end of the fight was pretty nice with Mai communicating her real feelings, that she really missed her older sister, and I thought that was really cool. One thing I didn't really like about this arc was the invasion. I didn't like the convenience of this arc. Like, for example, how they had a no Gojo barrier. Like, this nigga just cooked up a barrier for no Gojo. He didn't even give an explanation on why Gojo can't enter this barrier or what's the, like, power system behind this. It's just a no Gojo barrier. I didn't really like that. Like, I know why the writer put it in. He put it in so the characters could shine, so Gojo... He basically wrote himself in the hole because Gojo's just too strong. So every time he needs the stakes to be high, he needs to take Gojo out the equation. But other than that, I thought the fight with Yuji and Toto was nice. I thought this scene right here that's a meme was pretty cringe. That shit was cringing me out, bro. I hated every bit of it. And it sounded terrible in dub. But with that being said, I liked the fight. I thought it was well choreographed. I like how Yuji and Toto had some type of Naruto Sasuke type of shit going on. They were like a duo. I kind of like that. But other than that, that's all this arc had to offer. I liked Gojo entrance. I mean, he's always fashionably late, and that's on purpose. But you can't take that away. He's over farming. I like that. I'm going to skip that last arc with Megami and his sister. That arc was shitty, bro. I'm not even gonna talk about it. It was ass. I didn't care if you got a domain expansion. It was ass. So I'm gonna end this video here, guys. If I got you mad, you were successfully rage baited. And if you like this video and you actually thought I had a good point, like and subscribe. I got only fucking 9 subscribers, bro. We trying to get to 10. I will be dropping a part 2 for season 2, so please stay in tuned and like and subscribe. Peace.